How's it going, everybody? Xeon Hunter back with another video, and today we're going to be jumping back into the third-party space, or the boot brand space, as you might say. We've got this here Pink Freedom that I showed you last time on the unboxing video. We're going to be building this guy up, we're going to be reviewing this, and we're going to see how good it is. There's been a lot of people online that haven't really liked this kit too much. Some people say it's fine. There's a few other people that say it's pretty bad. So we're going to be building it up and see, is it worth the hype or is it bad as they say? And we're going to be checking this thing out. I've also got a Strike Freedom that I plan on building, and I'm going to sort of kind of compare the two so that way I can better gauge how good the build is. Ideally, you would have just a regular Freedom to do that with, but the Strike Freedom is close enough for me. And we're just going to be seeing how good it is, so let's check this thing out.
Go how it is. Go how it is.
Alright, so here we are, guys. We got the finished product right here, and for one thing, this kit is definitely awesome looking. I would say that it's definitely a beautiful kit. If nothing else, I would definitely give the looks a 9 out of 10. If we were just grading it on looks, it would have a great score, but there's just a couple issues with this build. You can see where it's cracked a little bit on the plastic where I was using the panel liner. This plastic isn't quite as good as Bandai quality, but you know, like I said, I only paid $3, so it looks great for that price. It's kind of just one of those ones you put on the shelf and don't mess with it too much. There was a couple fitment issues with it. The pink jewel that goes in the V fin, I tried to sand the peg on it and I couldn't quite get it to fit very well at all. The hands were also like very tough to go in. They didn't really want to go in very well. The back of the hand didn't fit in the fingers And honestly, I thought this kit looked pretty great, and there was a couple problems, but it wasn't really like a headache, and so I was pretty satisfied with it. However, that's until I tried to pose it and tried to mess with it. This guy was just falling apart all over the place, and obviously the backpack's very heavy, and I kind of expected that with the wings, but as I was moving around, the left leg kept falling off, and I'm sorry, I think that's the right leg. The right leg kept falling off, and the arms would be popping off. The waist peg isn't very secure either. Just a lot of things popping off here and there, so I tried to glue it where I could. The articulation itself isn't that bad, but it's just the fact that it's not quite very stable. So I lost the pink jewel that goes in the forehead, and eventually the white visor was lost as well, and I can't really find that. And actually, if you look on the edit that I made, you'll see that the V-fin was smaller in the beginning, and then it gets bigger because I replaced it with the fixed unicorn V-fin. So, but like I said, it looks cool. It comes with some pretty cool weapons. It's got these little like cannon things that go on the waist, and they fold up, and then you can fold them out like that into gun mode. And then it's got the little shield. It's got the blaster, and it's got the beam saber, the double beam saber, I should say. And you can split it up and make 2 sabers with it and everything else. So it's got a fairly good amount of weapons. I'd have to give the weapons a 8 out of 10. It's got a good variety, good accessories. Just kind of annoying that the hands don't want to fit right. And actually, the gun on there, it was kind of hard to get the handle on it because it was like crooked. But I got it in there now, so that's good. But that's the moral of this kit pretty much. Like, looks good, plays rough. So, people, they had... I'm not going to say it was quite as negative as they made it out to be, but there's a little bit of merit to the fact that it's kind of falling apart here and there. It's not very sturdy, but, that's kind of what you get sometimes whenever you only pay $5 or whatever. So you just got to be aware of that when you're getting these things. But, if you just have a quick little chill, relaxing time with it, that's what I did, put it on the shelf. It looks cool. This one's not going to be able to be messed with too much, so once you get it in a pose, you just kind of hang out with it and just leave it on the shelf. But, it's good for that, it's only a few bucks, so you can't really complain, you know what I mean? And I definitely had a fun time with the build. The build itself was fun, like I said, I had a couple fitment issues, so I guess I would give the build about 6.5 out of 10. It was pretty fun. I did a little sanding, a little fixing. I lost the pieces because they didn't really fit on there right, and they went into the abyss. So, I guess we just got to check out the articulation on this guy, but I'm scared if I do that he's going to start popping off again. Alright guys, we're going to check out this here articulation. I'm going to try to not lose my V-fin. I wish they would make the stand a little bit heavier so that way it's more sturdy. The head goes 360 no problem. And these wings you can put in, put out, they rotate, they go around. Each section moves independently, so you can move them up, move them down. Uh-oh. This V-fin's coming off a little bit. So let me move this here wing out the way. These arms will go 360, no problem. These elbows here are double jointed. Like I said, you just got to be careful because this kit isn't the most stable. The waist peg's a little small. Ideally, it would be better, but The legs itself, they have some decent motion. You know, the kit itself, it's got a good range of motion, but the only problem is it's just not the most stable. But it looks awesome, you know. Like I said, it's just one of those budget kits that you just throw on the shelf, you know. Can't really complain too much about that. I say I give the articulation a... We're going to have to give it, I say 4 out of 10. Because it's got some stability issues. We had some stuff popping off. Luckily, it wasn't doing too bad whenever I was just showing you guys. But whenever I was trying to take pictures and pose it earlier, it was falling apart pretty bad. So, I won't say this kit is the worst. You know, it's okay. But, you know, if you're a beginner, I probably wouldn't recommend this for you because you got to do some sanding, you got to do some gluing. You know, you got to be careful with this guy. And a newcomer might not even get it to be built correctly because some of these fitments don't even go in there perfect, so you got to kind of finagle it. So, that's my 2 cents on the issue, guys. Well, all in all, I did have a fun time with it. Like I said, I do plan on building the striped freedoms, so that way I can have a comparison with something a little similar to this guy. And that kit should hopefully be a lot better. And I know the backpack on him is pretty heavy too, but that's what you get when you got these big old wings, you know what I mean? So I guess we'll catch you all in the next one. Let me know what you guys want to see me build next. I know I got that Musha on the list. I got a couple other things in my head that I want to do videos on. I want you guys to put down a comment below so you can see what we're going to do next, and so I can get some ideas of what you guys want to see. And yeah, man, just like and subscribe, and I'm glad to have you all on this journey. We'll catch you all in the next one.